Hello everybody, welcome to Create at Home with G, and my first video after being away for a good part of this year. Thank you all so much for your support, your comments, your messages, your cards. Thank you for my employees and my colleagues for being so supportive. It really has helped me get through this past kind of 8-9 months. I'm not going to go into details on what was wrong, because hopefully you've been kept in the loop in regards to my community tab. So if you're wondering what on earth I'm talking about, head over to the community tab and you'll read all the updates that I've been given. Today is the first video in a week-long series. I'm going to start off my return to YouTube with a week-long series of Christmas cards, and the theme of these Christmas cards is craft. So all the Kraft-Mas, haha, see what I did there? Are going to be using craft coloured cardstock as the main kind of inlay of the cards. Today's video I'm going to be using this Woodland Christmas. Now if you are over on Create at Home with Elf Creations, you know I did a whole series of videos using the stamp set. Sorry crafters, I'm a bit rusty. So I'm going to use this. This is quite an old stamp set. I don't know if you'll be able to still get it, but I'm going to use that. I've got all the images that I want on the stamp blocks already. So let's get started. I'm also going to be using 2 of the sizes from this 6-piece cutting die set. It's MNC Boutique. It was a gift from a lovely friend of mine. So I'm using, let me measure them for you. I'm measuring, see, I'll tell you, crafters, I'm rusty. This is 3 1/4, and this one measures 2.5 by 1 3/4, and this one measures 2 1/4. So I'm going to be using those. I've already cut my inlays, so they're ready to go. As you can see, it's there and there, so I don't need to do that. We're going to be using multiples of different inks. We're going to use VersaFine, Nouveau Hybrid, the Poppy Red, the Acorn Brown and the Safari Green. I'm also going to be using Vintage Photo, Distress Inks, Forest Moss Distress Ink and Mowed Lawn Distress Ink. So I'm going to be using quite a few different inks today. And obviously the good old art glitter glue. So making sure that I'm in camera, because as I said I am slightly rusty. Right, so the first thing we're going to start off with is using the lighter of the greens, and that's the Mowed Lawn. And I'm going to use the holly from that stamp set, and I'm going to stamp the holly. I'm not going to stamp it all over the card base, as you may think I'm making designing my own paper. That's not the case. I'm only going to concentrate on the left hand, or my left hand, your right hand corner. I think that's right. It might be your left hand. Okay, and then I'm going to go on to the Forest Moss. And I'm going to use the pine branches from that stamp set, and again I'm going to go over the bottom and the left hand corner, changing the direction of my stamped image ever so slightly each time, just to give the texture, and to give it so it flows. It doesn't all flow in the same direction. And then moving over to the Safari Green, I have this stamp here, and it's just, let me show you on the stamp set. So I've used this one here, the holly, and now I'm going to be using this. I'm also going to be using the berries and the pine cone. And this kind of just acts as a filler and also gives it more depth and direction. again on and off the page. Okay, now moving over to the poppy red, and let's put some berries in. And now we need the acorn brown, because we're going to use that on the pine cone. Just bring that up to you so you can see it better, and let me wipe down my workstation. Okay, now let's work on the card base. So I've got a dark green inlay. Now my card that I have decided to use is a 5x7, but please feel free to use whatever card base that you want, whether that be A2, C6, 6x6, 4x4, 3x3, it's up to you. This on my card base. And then we'll do the same thing. Oh, I've got a bit of ink on there, never mind. I've got my rubber, I can rub that off. Now I'm going to attach the inlay. Now I'm not going to put foam tape on the back of this. I'm not going to give it any dimension here, but I will give the sentiment a bit of dimension. Okay, so we have that. Okay, now we have to stamp out the sentiment, making sure that my die cut is the right way around. Now the sentiment I'm using is wishing you the best Christmas ever, and I'm using the VersaFine for that. Okay, and on this particular piece I'm going to just use the vintage photo and go around the edges just to knock down the vibrant green, and I'm also going to do that on the white inlay, the sentiment, just to knock it back a bit, because obviously the rest of the card is quite muted in colour. Let's put my pin back in, my art glitter glue. This on the base. And then I'm going to put some foam squares on the back of the sentiment. Okay, and let's stick this down. And there we have it. So that's the first of 5 cards this week. My Wednesday video will be my card in the monthly card challenge that I started with Donna Jackson. It now consists of Donna Jackson, myself, Ragtags and Confections, which is Angie and Andrew Burkholder, Crystal Cleveland, and introducing Tony, and he is Kate's Crafty Closet. So I'll have a list of all their channels below, and please make sure that you follow along this week, because there is going to be a couple of hidden giveaways. You're not going to know when they are, but you'll only be you'll only be considered as a participant if you comment in the comments below. So please like this video, leave me a comment. The comment doesn't have to be anything specific, just welcome back, you know, nice card, what you would have done differently, what other colours you would have used, what you would have done differently with the card. And then I will choose 2 videos from this week, and there'll be 2 little giveaways. But thank you very much for joining me today, and you'll see me again tomorrow. Bye now.